I've always wanted to build my perfect medieval kingdom within Minecraft, so come along for the journey. We're building medieval homes, designing interiors, collecting lots of resources, all while surviving in hardcore mode. I really hope I do not die, and that all has to start somewhere. I want to put a bit of a bigger house here, so when you're walking down the main street here, you can really see it. I'm going to be using a lot of birch log in this build, because my walls are going to be white, and it kind of matches really nice with diorite. And we're finally done collecting resources. Oh my god, look at all this. This is all for one house. Let's start building. I planned the outline. It's gonna be quite big. I started working on my first house for the city. Figuring out how I actually wanted to build these homes is really hard. I ended up going with a stone foundation and then using white, as I want this to be a medieval city. Moving on to the roof, I had to go with black, so I used a bunch of different deep slate blocks, and I added a bit of 3D-ness to the roof with the section that kind of pops out. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, our first house is complete. I think that turned out really cool. So like now if you're walking through the gates, oh, this one looks so good. I want to put our second house here, like on this plot of land. I dug out this area because I want to add a second path that goes this way towards the heart of the city area, and we can fill this in now. Path is expanded. Let's start working on our second house. And now house number 2. This one's a lot smaller, and I used white straight from the bottom. I'm trying my best to change up the shape and the directions the homes are facing, just so everything doesn't look exactly perfect. I think it looks pretty good. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I ran out of wood, so I farmed up a ton. That should be enough. I chopped down like 30 trees. We did some more crafting per usual, and it's time to work on some more houses. My plan is to tackle this in strips, and I think that'll help me get it finished. Now we can start working on our third house. This one is fairly similar to the first one, just shaped more like an L, and I added this really cool staircase with an overhang so you can look at the street. I figured since it's near the main street, these houses should be a bit bigger, but don't worry, they all won't be this big, because down here on the left, we're building a small stone house with a chimney protruding out the front. This one is quite a lot smaller. I love how both of these turned out. This one's really cool because it has kind of a balcony you can look out. We also have this really simple one that I built. It's fully made out of stone. Nice. Okay, this is so sick. I think it's time we take a step forward and we start working on a bit bigger of a project inside our castle here. And you see this empty area? I have the perfect build for it, and it's gonna require a lot of resources. And honestly, I need to repair my tools, so let's go to our Enderman farm and get that done. It's not too far away. It's somewhere way over there. Let's get all this XP and repair up all of our tools. A few minutes later, we repaired all of our tools. We can get out of here. Oh my god, why is there so many? This next build is going to be quite big. I made this chest, and I'm gonna start crafting up what I can. I will see you in a moment. There we go. Boom, I uses so much wood. Okay, we need a lot of slabs, and we're gonna need a lot of fence. We're making progress. We're gonna need a lot of stripped log. I need just over 300 oak logs. This might take a little bit. Boom, we got our wood. Oh my god, yes, perfect. I knew this was over here. There's just one lonely tree. We do need some pale oak for this too, so hopefully I can get some saplings. I farmed up a few pale oak trees, and I went into the mines to collect lots of diorite. We're looking pretty good. Let's get all our vines in here. I need calcite, which I believe you can only get in the amethyst geodes. I'm hoping I can find something. Diamonds. The odds are pretty high. There's gonna be a lot of mobs in here. I think we found one. It is one. Wait, I actually found that so quickly. Nice. Perfect. I don't actually need that much, but I'm gonna grab some extras, thinking I can use it for some other houses along the way. And this pickaxe just insta-mines it. It's so fast. And that should be plenty. Let's get out of here and we can start building this thing. Let's go. We gotta do a little bit of terraforming here, just so we have enough space to put it. Maybe something like that. I want to replace this stone with grass blocks. All done with our grass blocks. Nice. I want to start with the foundation. I have plans to make this house quite a bit bigger than the previous ones I'd been building, as I am going for like a grand residency. How I'm kind of envisioning it is there's gonna be a market square and a big custom tree sitting in front of it, so I want it framed nicely near the back wall in the center. And I finished framing it out with all these oak beams, filling it in with all my slabs, and adding a deck. I want to focus on adding some little details like this, so they're like support beams. And we'll do that all the way around the other side too. One more there. I want to change it up and do something a little different there. We'll do something like this. Yeah, so it looks like a little arch there. We'll do the same on this side. Oh wow, I like that. That is so cool. And we'll do the same over here as well. Do this. For these windows, we'll do something like, got kind of like these little stands. This is turning out quite nice. Don't blow up my house. Oh, oh, oh. Oh no! Should light this up in here. Oh, he blew up a part of my house. There's so many pillagers. And now it's time we build the second floor. And I'm making it white because it looks the most medieval in my opinion. But I didn't use birch and diorite. I used things like calcite and quartz. I think it actually looks a lot better than the other previous homes. I spent some more time adding little details like campfires and all my signs and gates with the mud walls. And one of my main goals was to frame these arched windows to make it look really 3D. And I think it turned out totally amazing. You'll have to let me know if you like it. And moving on to the final floor, which will be the attic up here, I can start planning out how I'm gonna do my roof. In between the cracks of the deep slate roof, I tried to add these green moss patches that kind of grow up the corners. I just love how it turned out. Probably one of my favorite homes I've built. That took a long time. I can finally kind of clean this stuff up and do something else. I tried to add as many little arch details as possible, like with the windows. I really like this. Now we can start decorating around the base and like just making it look less like something pasted. Inside is very empty. Before we do that, let's make a path that goes kind of like to this road here and just kind of figure out from there, fix this up. There we go, now time for the cheese part. Can finish our decorating with the pebbles. Yeah, looking good. I went to exploring to get some gravel from the water. I just realized the bottom of the ocean is like all gravel. This is gonna be so useful. I want a little bit more podzol to go with it. Okay, let's make this look better. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do around here yet. Podzol is like a darker color, so I'm gonna throw these in like the corners and the edges, and then the coarse dirt kind of around it. Now let's fill all this in. There's still gonna be a bit of grass. We're gonna make these little spots where I wanna put grass blocks. I also bone mealed a little bit outside of the house. Coming through our front door, we have all this open space, and I kinda need to figure out what I want to do in here. My initial idea was to have like a deep slate basement floor, and then kinda work around that. Fill all of this in. Maybe something like that to start. Super basic, but I'm not that good at building interiors, but I'm gonna try my best to make something kind of cool. Like this. And then I just need a few more furnaces and other stuff. I kind of like that. I don't know. Chairs. Hang our lantern here. Like a little arch maybe. No. How did he get in here? Where did he come from? I want to make dark gray wool and I need to kill a few squids so I can get a little bit of ink. Now with our brown wool, shelf. This is kind of what I'm working with so far. Do you ever find like you look at all this space and it's like, what do I do? It's so intimidating. Some campfires on there. For these centerpieces, I want to hang lanterns here. And I kind of have a cool idea how I'm going to arch it in. Kind of like this. Shell. This seems like the perfect spot to put some storage. Then we'll hang a lantern here with a chain. Oh my, so many mobs up there. Hopefully there's no creepers. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, all cleared out. Oh, it's cool up here. There we go. I ran out of squid, so we need to kill a few more of these guys. Give me the dolphin. Oh my god, I'm so fast. Wait, this is crazy. Nice, we got gunpowder. We can make more rockets and dye. There we go, gray dye. And then we can make some more carpets. So you need to imagine it's getting late and it's like stormy weather. And you come through your front door and here's the basement. I finally finished with all the details I think I'm going to add. We have a little storage room here, some areas to sit with some chests. I wanted to try a bit more of an open concept and I actually really like it. I don't know if I'll eventually put something more in the middle. So you got your cooking station, a chill area, I guess. I feel like the way it like divides up like this with the little buttons and small details, I think it looks really awesome. And the upstairs is next. I'm gonna rebreed some of these up. I feel like I don't have enough sheep and I'm really low on cows. I'm trying to find the library, but I don't remember if the stronghold really even had one. Diamonds, whoa. Don't mind if I do. Here we go, let's go. Okay, let's get a ton of these. Very nice. There we go. Okay, we got lots of bookshelves. Let's get out of here. I traveled back to the amethyst cluster to grab some of these. I probably shouldn't do that. That was low-key kind of scary. We can finally start working on the upstairs. I'm probably gonna time-lapse the most of this. It's gonna take a really long time. But yeah, let's get started. Fair warning, I'm actually pretty bad at interiors. And I started with this bedroom. I thought this would be a cool place to put an enchantment table using amethyst for that wizard vibe. I don't really know what I'm doing, but my plan was kind of to section each area. So this middle part was gonna have a dining table. Moving on to the right side, I wanted to tuck a kitchen in here. I used barrels along the top for extra kitchen storage. I built these beams for these arches to separate each room, and for the final room I made it a fairly chill place. If we come up this ladder, we come to the attic, which now I gotta find out how I'm gonna decorate this. And I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna turn out awful. I think I'm gonna plant some crops up here for some reason. Have it like a food storage area maybe. And now we can do the attic. I didn't really have a concrete plan other than adding some plants up here. I also added some more moss blocks and leaves to the roof and made it a little bit overgrown. And for the right side, I tucked in some barrels and extra storage and shelves to finish off this corner. And for the last compartment, I made this one really overgrown with a few spare barrels. I am finished the attic. This is kind of what I came up with. I put some crops up here, some storage. And if you come over here, it's a bit of a messy attic. And then over here, it's a bit overgrown. Some pots and some leftover barrels. I made this little upstairs here so you can look out. Overall, I think it turned out pretty cool. It's not my best work, but I'm happy with it. I am still learning. So that means the entire house is now fully furnished. This is probably my favorite part right here. Then if we come downstairs past the dining room table, I love this open basement concept. It's just so cool. I don't know why, I just really like it. I'm sorry to say, but that is the end of today's episode. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think we got a lot of really cool stuff done. Our kingdom is looking so amazing. We got so many new homes done. I'm so excited to get more and more of this kingdom complete. Like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There's so many little details we still need to do, make this all look city-like. Right now it's still very bare bones. But yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.